Jadis. I'm Marketing Director at Plan Insurance Brokers with Commercial Motors Insurance Specialist, and we're big supporters of the black cab trade.
I'm Dan Severin. I'm Sales Manager at Plan Insurance Brokers. Big supporter of the black cab trade. My granddad's a black cab driver, his uncle was a black cab driver, and his granddad's a black cab driver, so I'm sort of connected somehow.
Thank you very much and for taking part, and welcome to the Gentleman Cabbie YouTube channel. I should just note at this point that you guys obviously are part of my new the company that's sponsoring me now, so thank you very much. Your help is going to help push the channel forward and hopefully produce some great interviews in the future, so thanks for that. So firstly, I kind of want to talk about the trade really and where you see it going, because we've had a few conversations over the last few weeks, and I think you've got some great ideas about how the trade can promote itself positively. So in 30 seconds, where do you think the trade's going and how do you think we can move forward?
I'll give it a go. I think from a marketing man's perspective, I think it's all about the cab trade focusing on what it does well and worrying less about kind of getting involved in other subjects and concentrate on the fact that the cab trade can go bus lanes, all the things that your competition can't. It's about convincing the public that you're not afraid of competition. Like I say, you can go bus lanes, you've got the knowledge, you don't need a sat nav, you can be hailed. I think you need to get behind an app or a couple of apps in the industry and really push those. Embrace technology. You're going to have the cards coming in. I know that's slightly an issue for the trade as well, the way it's been implemented, but I think that's positive for the customer, and just focus on promoting the customer, what you do really well, and uniting together and making a collective response.
Now you had quite a specific idea, didn't you, I think, about the trade and kind of some guidelines to which we could follow to help put across a positive image. Yeah,
I think it's putting that positive image across. I think that's one of the reasons we're really keen to work with the Gentleman Cabbie. We love what you're doing, and it's portraying the cab trade in a really friendly, professional, positive light. Yeah. So we've been talking about a charter or set of guidelines that the cabbies could promote to say to the public, this is, if you get in a cab, this is a standard that we promise to adhere to. It was just simple stuff that pretty much most of the trade do anyway, but it's just about, like I said before, about changing public perception. Rightly or wrongly, they have an image of cab trade at the moment, and it needs to be addressed. So simple things like that you probably already do, like promising to help with luggage, or to avoid talking about politics. There's the old stereotype of the cabbie just banging on about. People don't want to hear that as in the back of a cab. No matter what your opinion is, someone might have another one. So just don't talk about it. There's plenty of other subjects that can be addressed, and also not eating in cabs. I know I'm pretty engaged with cabbies on Twitter, and I know that's a big bugbear of a lot of people. It's about promoting a positive image and dressing smartly, not turning up in shorts and a scruffy t-shirt. Yeah. But if you are all trying to compete with your main rival who's an app, and you're going to use your own black cab app, why not promote that app on a t-shirt, have a branded polo top or something? You don't have to come in a suit and tie.
Another big issue that I've been really interested in and reading up a lot is on the development of autonomous vehicles, or driverless cars as they are obviously more commonly known. And I know you guys have been kind of at the forefront of looking at the of how that will affect the insurance business. So can you give us a sort of a brief summary really of where we're at with autonomous vehicles, and how you see it affecting the trade, and what sort of timeline as well you think it's going to develop on?
There's been a lot of research about deciding when the car, if it has an accident, for example, whose fault is it? There'll be a lot of test cases, I imagine, taken to courts to decide on where that's going to sit and how that's going to work. So it'll be interesting over the next few years, especially that side of it.
Yeah, and there's also issues about liability in regards to, is it the driver's responsibility to insure the vehicle, or is it the manufacturer's responsibility? Yeah. There's huge kind of issues around liability that haven't been addressed yet. But in terms of the technology, I mean, Tesla think that they might have something ready in 2019. The last article I read, there was 3 million people that it could affect in terms of their employment.
Yeah.
How's that going to affect the economy? That's a huge impact.
Do you have an idea of timescale as to when you think we'll start seeing autonomous cars on the roads of Britain on a regular basis?
I think 5 years personally. There's still a lot to be figured out about how the vehicles interact with other autonomous vehicles and other road users, cyclists, pedestrians. But this technology will move so fast.
So the other thing that we were discussing previously was the state of fraud within the industry, and also in relation to that company that we won't mention, all the issues relating to on-off insurance and that kind of thing. Can you give us an overview of what's happening there and how big the issue is?
Well, yeah, I mean, the company that shall not be mentioned, they've caused us a lot of hassle recently in trying to dictate on what we can put on insurance documents and certificates. And I mean,
oh really? So they pressurise?
They're pressurising us to try and change our policy wordings and certificates.
No way.
To which we've turned around and said no. Basically, I mean, they decide on what goes on a certificate and what shouldn't go on a certificate.
We're FCA regulated. We've been doing it 25 years. I think we know the wordings that are acceptable within the industry.
We've been dealing with insurance companies, been doing it for 100 years, that are insuring taxis, so why do we need to adhere to their American ways?
Am I right in thinking that this is an issue where drivers will get the correct insurance, get their licence, and then revert back to
That's one of them. There are several things that drivers do. So you've got that issue where they'll take out a private hire policy, upload it to Uber or give it to their operator, then cancel that policy, go on a private car insurance. So if they're getting followed by the police or whatever, it shows up on their camera that the vehicle's insured, and it doesn't say what the insurance is, and they just carry on their merry way.
So what's happening to address these issues then?
So we've developed what we call an idea called the taxi insurance checker that uses an encrypted unique identifier on a code, and anyone that issues an insurance document for the purposes of hire and walk, so it can be a private hire or a taxi document, will have this code, and then that code can be decrypted by an enforcement officer by putting it into an online portal that there'll be a registered user on, and then that will provide enforcement officers, regulators, operators information regarding cover that the driver has in force, whether it's valid, whether it's still current, and whether it provides cover for hire and reward use.
So in 30 seconds, just to wrap up, what do you see, how do you see the future of the trade?
How I'd like to see it, or how we think it will go, do you think?
Well, both if you want.
Well, I'd like it to continue. I mean, it's one of the oldest traditions in London, isn't it? A black cab driver. Started with horse and carriage and carts and stuff, so long may it continue. It's an icon of London. The cab is iconic. So I'd love for it to continue.
I think we need cabbies to start working together, embrace technology, to promote themselves in a positive light. ULEZ is coming. I'm hoping that there's going to be more assistance for cabbies to get the vehicles they need to meet the criteria. Otherwise, we're going to see there's going to be no young cabbies coming into the trade, which is essential for it to continue and prosper.
Well, can I just say, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thanks once again for taking part and also sponsoring the channel.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching the Gentleman Cabbie. Click the videos to see more great interviews, and don't forget to subscribe.